Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another brand new video. So in today's video, I want to talk about how you guys can become a whole Bitcoiner, how you guys can accumulate and own a full Bitcoin. Now, I have been talking about this topic for a while now, why you guys should, accumulate and own one Bitcoin, because I really do believe down in the future, okay, 10 years from now, 15 years from now, 20 years from now, owning a full Bitcoin will change your life. Okay, we know Bitcoin will be a digital asset that will be worth $1 million and beyond. Okay, it's going to be worth $1 million. And if Bitcoin is reaching, $1 million per coin, it will be reaching millions of dollars per coin. So yes, Bitcoin will be reaching $3 million, $5 million, $10 million and beyond. Okay, down in the future, guys. Of course, I am talking long term. So if you guys really think about it, if you own a full Bitcoin, it will change your life. So in today's video, that is exactly what I want to talk about. Okay, I want to talk more about this topic, why you guys should become a whole Bitcoiner. So the Bitcoin price today, guys, okay, is currently just below $105,000 for one Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin has in fact been dropping. So as I told you guys, today is for sure, a great day to buy Bitcoin. Okay, it really, really is. So I hope you guys are taking this opportunity right now, this chance right now to buy some Bitcoin, because you guys understand once Bitcoin does reach, $1 million and beyond, it's going to be so much harder for the average person to accumulate, okay, Satoshis, small amounts of Bitcoin. Right, so understand buying small amounts of Bitcoin today, buying 1% of a Bitcoin, 0.01 Bitcoin today, is going to be much easier compared to buying it when Bitcoin is at, $1 million and beyond, guys. Okay, so we are still early for Bitcoin. Understand that, guys. A lot of people are looking at the Bitcoin price, they're saying to themselves, it's too late to buy Bitcoin. I have no money to buy Bitcoin, but you don't have to buy one full Bitcoin right away. Okay, you can literally buy a small amount of Bitcoin, like small as $1 if you wanted to. $1 worth of Bitcoin. Start small, right? $5, $10, $50, $100, just dollar cost average into Bitcoin, guys, till you get to a full Bitcoin. And guess what? Once you get to a full Bitcoin, don't stop there. Continue to accumulate more. Okay, don't stop, guys. You simply want to buy Bitcoin for a lifetime. You want to buy Bitcoin when it's at the top forever, no matter what happens. Okay, so I want to show you guys this clip because it's actually very, very interesting. Okay, and it's actually very, very important, right? So Bitcoin ETF issuer Bitwise says owning one Bitcoin is the new American dream. Stack while you still can. It's coming. Okay, so I want to show you guys this clip because it's actually very, very interesting.
The beautiful thing about Bitcoin is like it has no politics. It just is what it is in its representation across the globe of the people who believe in the same value system, and you can opt out. And that's why I think for me, it's very obvious that young people now think of the American dream very differently. They're not worried about home ownership. They want to become whole coiner. Everyone wants to own one Bitcoin as like the American dream if you're a very young person. And many actually more than that as ways they think about, the popular meme of retiring their bloodline, but they want more Bitcoin that they can share with them, their nuclear family, their children. And that is a more powerful, I think, social signal than, hey, I have this white picketed home in the suburban neighborhood. It doesn't carry the same prestige anymore with young people the way that a whole coiner would, I think, in the future. The beautiful.
Pretty interesting, right? Pretty interesting what this person has said here about, owning one full Bitcoin. I mean, I really do believe one full Bitcoin, it's going to build generational wealth, 100%, guys, because we know Bitcoin will be worth more than just $1 million, right? Understand, guys, the value behind Bitcoin. Bitcoin is truly the most scarce and rarest asset out there in the world. So understand, since the supply for Bitcoin is so low, obviously, the price is going to keep rising over time. And that's what we have, in fact, been seeing Bitcoin ever since it's, existed, ever since, 2009 to where we are right now in 2025, right? Over a decade now. So yeah, Bitcoin has just been going up in price and it's still going to do that, right? In the next 10 years, yes, we will see Bitcoin, most likely over $1 million, 100%. I truly do believe in that, guys. Okay, and this is also another clip that I want to show you guys from Brian Armstrong, okay, the CEO of Coinbase, and he says, yo, Bitcoin could be the reserve currency of the world. And this is what I've been telling you guys, right? I truly do believe, okay, down in the future, a lot of companies, okay, a lot of businesses will start accepting Bitcoin as payments, and a lot more people out there will start using Bitcoin for payments. You guys understand, okay? Um, you know, if you guys are using fiat to buy things, okay, and because of inflation, your money is obviously losing its value. Your purchasing power is going much lower because of inflation, right? So everything around you becomes more expensive. But you guys will realize when you use Bitcoin, your purchasing power actually is higher, right? You realize things around you are actually much cheaper because you own Bitcoin. Okay, understand, guys. Bitcoin is a hedge against inflation. It beats inflation. This is what I always tell you guys, right? If you want to beat inflation, you have to invest in your money into assets. This is why you see the wealthy people, you know, become wealthy, stay rich, right? The rich stay rich is because they are always investing their money into appreciating assets. Okay, you always want to, you know, make your money work for you guys. So you always got to invest your money. Okay, if you don't, your purchasing power, unfortunately, is going to go lower because of inflation. But yeah, I want to show you guys this because yes, I do believe Bitcoin is going to be the future of money. Like I said, you know, what people are doing right now with fiat, okay, I do believe it down in the future, that's going to be Bitcoin, right? So just watch this clip from Brian Armstrong.
Yeah, for me, I mean, money has multiple purposes, right? It's a medium of exchange, which stablecoins is solving beautifully. It's also intended to be a store of value. And right now, democracies around the world are really struggling to get their deficit spending under control. And I think that Bitcoin actually, I guess my crazy little bit out there idea is that I think Bitcoin is going to provide an important check and balance on deficit spending. And if it gets out of control too much, people will flee to it in times of uncertainty. And it could actually end up that Bitcoin is the new reserve currency of the world.
Bitcoin is the new reserve currency. You heard it here first.
All right, so pretty interesting. Okay, so yes, Brian Armstrong is saying Bitcoin could potentially be, okay, the reserve currency of the world, right? So pretty interesting, guys, and I can see that. I see the vision. I see where he is coming from, right? I really do. I mean, if you guys are Bitcoiners, you guys would agree with this, okay? But yeah, understand, guys, a limited fiat, only 21 million Bitcoin. So understand, guys, you know, the Fed, they are printing money every single day, guys, okay? Millions of dollars, okay, are being printed pretty much every single day. Understand, guys, okay, fiat, it's unlimited, okay? So Bitcoin is limited, okay? There's only ever going to be 21 million Bitcoins, okay? Please understand that, guys, and that's why the value of Bitcoin has in fact been increasing while fiat has been decreasing, right? It's been losing its value. So your purchasing power when you own fiat becomes much lower. So understand, guys, you don't want to save fiat. You don't want to save money. Okay, if you are watching this right now and you are saving money, change that. Invest your money. Okay, a lot of people, the rich, the wealthy, they are investing into the biggest one, I believe, is real estate. Okay, and I believe, yes, real estate is a great asset to invest in, right? To, you know, pretty much park your money and to build cash flow and whatnot. But also people are buying, you know, stocks, bonds and whatnot, right? Companies, gold, silver, right? But in my personal opinion, I really do believe Bitcoin is the #1 pick. Okay, Bitcoin is the one that you want to choose, guys, if you want to build wealth, and not just wealth, but generational wealth. Okay, so understand there is just not enough Bitcoins to go around for everyone. There's only ever going to be 21 million Bitcoins. And how many people are there around the world? Okay, right now, 8 billion people. So do the math, simple. 8 billion people versus 21 million Bitcoin. Not everyone out there in the world can own a full Bitcoin, clearly. Okay, there is just not enough to go around for everyone. So if you guys are watching this video right now and you own a full Bitcoin, don't sell it. I'm telling you guys right now, don't sell it, because if you guys sell this one Bitcoin today, next year, or the year beyond and whatnot, right, you're going to have the biggest regret in the next 15 to 20 years. Okay, you're going to have the biggest regret, guys, because I'm telling you guys right now, Bitcoin, like I said many times, will be worth millions of dollars. Okay, understand? Okay, Bitcoin is truly the most scarce asset out there in the world. There is just not enough to go around for everyone. Okay, so yes, 8 billion people cannot own a full Bitcoin. Now let's look at it as another comparison. Okay, all the millionaires in the world. Okay, why there's not enough Bitcoin for every millionaire? Okay, so there's estimated around 58 to 60 million people that are millionaires. Not even all the millionaires can own a full Bitcoin. Even if they wanted to, even if they just wanted to buy a full Bitcoin, they can easily do that, right? As we know, there is just not enough. Okay, there is not enough Bitcoins to go around for everyone because there's ever going to be 21 million Bitcoins. And you guys want to know something that's crazier? Bitcoin is actually much more scarce than that because millions of Bitcoin in the early days of Bitcoin, back 2013, 2012, 2011, maybe someone bought thousands of Bitcoins and they lost it. Okay, so understand, guys, it's actually lower than 21 million Bitcoins, right? That makes it even more scarce. Like 21 million is already scarce itself, but we actually have less than 21 million Bitcoins because millions of Bitcoins have in fact been lost forever in the past, guys. Millions of it. Okay, I don't know how many, maybe like 5 to 6 million, somewhere on there. So that makes Bitcoin much more scarce, guys. So understand, Bitcoin is the most scarce asset in the world, guys. Okay, now Da Vinci Jeremy says here, when one Bitcoin is $1 million, it doesn't matter if you bought it at $108,000 or 100K, and that's true. It doesn't matter whether you buy Bitcoin right now, okay, at this price of $104,000. That's kind of where the Bitcoin price is right now. You guys can clearly see, okay, whether you're buying it now, whether you're gonna buy Bitcoin, when it's at a new all-time high of 120, 150, 180 to 200K, that wouldn't matter because Bitcoin's going to be reaching $1 million. And once Bitcoin is at $1 million per coin, you wouldn't care if you bought Bitcoin at 200K or 150 or at 100K. You honestly would not care. Okay, so it doesn't matter, guys. Just DCA into Bitcoin. This is what I've been telling guys, right? Every week or every 2 weeks, do whatever you want, what works for you. For me, I do it every 2 weeks. I buy Bitcoin pretty much every 2 weeks, right? Consistently. And, let's just say, for example, you want to invest $100 every week into Bitcoin. You would do that. And you would invest $100 into Bitcoin every week, no matter what the Bitcoin price is doing, whether it's down on that day, whether it's pumping, you would just buy it. It doesn't matter. Okay. That's the power of DCA, guys. Okay. It doesn't screw with your, emotions. So yes, it is true what Da Vinci Jeremy is saying here. Okay, when Bitcoin reaches $1 million, you wouldn't care if you bought it at 108 or even just at 100K. Okay, it would not matter. Now look at this, guys. Okay, and this is actually pretty interesting. If you bought Bitcoin instead of every new iPhone, you'd have $242 million. Let me read that again. Okay, if you bought Bitcoin instead of every new iPhone, you'd have $242 million, guys. Just think about that. Okay, every new iPhone that has pretty much came out, instead of buying every new iPhone and you bought Bitcoin instead, you would be very wealthy. And you know what's funny, guys, right? I have my iPhone here. Okay, and I just want you guys to know this iPhone is a iPhone 12 Pro Max. Okay, and I've had this phone ever since it came out. It came out like in 2020, so it's been almost 5 years now, and I haven't upgraded ever since. Okay, and I do need to upgrade this phone because it is breaking. Like the back is completely cracked. Okay, it really is. And I was really debating to upgrade to the 16. I believe that is out right now, but yeah, you guys clearly see it is completely cracked right there. But yeah, I was debating whether to upgrade to the 16, but I was like, you know what, I need to buy more Bitcoin. So screw the iPhone, it can wait. Most likely this year when the 17 comes out, I will have to upgrade because I do obviously do social media and whatnot, right? Post videos on social media and stuff like that on X, Instagram, YouTube, of course. So I would need an upgrade for my iPhone, right? Because this phone is slowly dying on me and the screen is really not functioning sometimes. So I would need an upgrade, right? But yeah, it is crazy to think about, right? If you just bought Bitcoin instead of every new iPhone, you'd have over $200 million, which is crazy to think about, guys. Just imagine that. Okay, so that is crazy. But yeah, like I said, guys, start small, right? When you're buying into Bitcoin, start small, right? Every week, I don't know, buy 1% of Bitcoin, which is $1,000, just over $1,000 USD. right? 0.01 Bitcoin in USD will be over $1,000. Okay, 0.02, 0.002 be over $2,000, right? Y'all just clearly see that. So start small, guys. Okay, let's just say 0.001. That's $100. Okay, that is $100, guys, to buy 0.001 Bitcoin. Okay, that is just over 100 USD. Okay, $100. So start small, guys. I don't care if you're buying, you know, $1 worth of Bitcoins. Okay, $10 worth of Bitcoins. Start small. Okay, and then accumulate your way till you get to a full Bitcoin. Right? Don't stop. Even if you finally get to that goal of becoming a whole Bitcoiner, don't stop there. Just keep stacking no matter what. Okay, just keep stacking, guys. Okay, and that's exactly what I did. You know, back in early of 2021, when I first ever, you know, accumulated Bitcoin, I finally got a full Bitcoin, and I didn't stop there. Okay, ever since then, I just kept DCAing into Bitcoin. I've been going heavy, especially back in 2022 when Bitcoin was dropping, when it dropped to like 15K, but just below 16K, man, I was buying a whole bunch of Bitcoin. And there is proof that I was buying a lot of Bitcoin. I made videos talking about it, and I actually showed you guys how much Bitcoins I was buying. So if you guys haven't seen those videos, you should definitely check it out. There's a whole playlist of me doing, you know, investing videos, showing you guys what I'm simply buying. So if you guys haven't seen that video, you know, you should definitely check it out, right? But yeah, I was buying a whole bunch of Bitcoin, especially during that, you know, bear market in 2022. I wasn't just buying Bitcoin. I was also buying a lot of Ethereum and other alts as well at that time, right? But things have changed now. You know, I'm pretty much all in on Bitcoin. I still have, you know, my Ethereum bags. I sold a little bit of it for Bitcoin. I'm buying some other alts as well, like things like Casper. But yeah, that is that, guys. So become a whole Bitcoiner. Okay, just start small, like I said. You know, get to 0.01, 0.001. Okay, so that's over $1,000. Start there. Okay, and then eventually get to 0.002. Okay, and then eventually you will get to, you know, 10% of a Bitcoin, which is $10,000, over $10,000. So start there, guys. Okay, and just continue to DCA. Don't stop, guys, right? Until you get to a full Bitcoin. Find a way to get money, to make money, right? I don't know. Okay, get a job, resell things, start your own business, start something. Okay, find a way to have cash flow. Okay, and once you have cash, invest it. Okay, that is that. So not financial advice, always do your own research. But yeah, I appreciate all you guys for watching today's video. Give this video a thumbs up, and of course subscribe to the channel. That is always much appreciated, and I will catch you guys all in my next video. Have a good one, guys.